Hi, I'm Jasmin Dodson with Dodson Legal Group, and I am an estate planning and probate attorney, and we're going to do some Am I the Butthole Reddit stories. This one is, am I the butthole for not giving my brother his share of an estate? All right, let's get into it. My father died a couple of years ago. He left no will and his estate was a mess. There was just me and my half-brother. I'm 15 years older than my half-brother, and since I'm older and have an MBA, the court made me the executor of his estate. It's probably accurate. I finished paying off his debts and sold a few of his assets. I'm assuming he's talking about his father's debts and assets, which is typical in a probate proceeding. His estate is now solvent and worth a lot of money. My brother just turned 21 and asked for his share and not an allowance. I told him I'm not giving a 21-year-old kid the amount of money that's in the estate. That would be irresponsible. He said he wants it because he wants to marry his girlfriend and take her to an expensive vacation. I asked if she knew about the estate and he said she does. So I said I'm not giving him anything but his $500 allowance. His girlfriend will spend that money like crazy and it will cause nothing but drama. By law, he's entitled to his $500 a month allowance, but I could bump it up to $5,000 a month and it would be guaranteed for decades. Okay, so this is kind of what I'm confused about. I don't know what state this Reddit post was from, or even if it's from the US, but he's saying by law he's entitled to a $500 a month allowance, but he as the executor or the administrator of the estate can bump it up to $5,000 a month. I don't know if there was maybe his brother wasn't 21 years old when the estate was probated, or if it's some states even have it to where if you're under the age of 25, they really want it court managed, or they want someone in charge to say how the money is managed so that young people don't squander the money. But I don't know the circumstances of this. I don't want to get hung up on it, but it can happen to where someone who is under the age of 25 can be subject to the propensities of the executor with regards to when they receive their distribution and how much their distribution is. Okay, let's get back to it. So we clashed over it and I offered a compromise that if his mother agrees to handle his money, then I'll bump it to $5,000. She hates his girlfriend, so I'm certain she won't let her spend it. His mom comes from old money and doesn't need it, so there would be no conflict of interest. He can try to sue me, but I'll make sure he pays their legal fees out of his allowance. Until he proves to me or his mother that he can handle wealth, he gets the bare minimum. Edit. My brother is dating a 30-year-old herb healer with 2 kids. So, is this guy the butthole? As the older brother, he probably seems to feel like it's his duty and his responsibility to manage the estate on behalf of his brother. And when he talks about by law, he gets a $500 a month allowance, but he could bump it up to $5,000 a month. I don't know what rights the younger brother has to try to request his full inheritance, but it sounds like until he proves himself to his older brother, he's not going to receive the bulk of his estate. What are his options in this situation? Is it going to be worth it for him to hire an attorney to try to see if he can get either a bigger allowance or a lump sum distribution? It might be in this situation, but it's going to cost him. He's going to have to pay those legal fees associated with it. And, he might end up having to pay additional fees associated with it. It sounds like his older brother is very cunning, and it seems like no one really likes his girlfriend, but he loves her, so it doesn't matter. They want to live happily ever after and go on vacation and get married. I don't know what's stopping his brother from just giving him the money to go on a vacation with his girlfriend and maybe say, here's some money, have a vacation, don't get married. But it kind of sounds like the brother might be a little bit too overbearing in this situation. What do you guys think? Should his brother have given him a lump sum? Should he increase his allowance? Again, let's not get into, why there's an allowance, just what should his brother do, or what should the brothers do? Looking forward to your comments.